Welcome back to the deep dive. Today is going to be a little bit different. Usually we take these massive sprawling topics like, the future of AI or the philosophy of happiness, and we try to just sprint through them in an hour.
We do. We try to connect a million dots at once.
Exactly. But today we are slowing everything way, way down. We are hitting the brakes.
That's right. We're shifting gears completely. We're calling this a masterclass session.
I love that title. It sounds very prestigious, but really, what it means is that we are going to be incredibly specific.
Right.
We have a source document in front of us, Vocab Set 88, which, it sounds a bit like a secret code.
It does.
But it's actually a curated list of exactly 30 essential English idioms and phrasal verbs.
And the reason we're doing this is that our listeners, the learners, often tell us that they understand the big concepts, but sometimes they feel like they're missing the precise tools to express them. You can have a brilliant idea, but if you don't have the right phrase to deliver it, it can fall flat.
Exactly. It's like trying to build a house with a rock instead of a hammer. You might get there eventually, but it's gonna be messy.
That's a great analogy.
So here is the mission for today. We are going to be your patient, calm English teachers. We aren't going to rush. We aren't going to skip the boring detail.
No, we are going to obsess over the details.
We certainly are. For every single one of these 30 items, we are going to break it down.
We are. We'll look at the meaning, obviously, but we'll also look at 3 distinct scenarios or examples for each one. We'll talk about the grammar, the synonyms, the prepositions, which are always a nightmare for learners.
Oh, definitely.
And even the opposites, what it doesn't mean.
So if you are listening to this while you're commuting or maybe you're washing the dishes, just let this wash over you. Don't feel like you need to memorize everything instantly. The goal here is exposure and deep understanding.
Right. We want quality over quantity, even though we have 30 items to get through. I'm ready if you are.
I am ready. Let's dive in. Item number 1.
Yeah.
I think this is actually the perfect phrase to start a deep learning session with. The phrase is sink in.
Sink in. Yes, this is a beautiful phrasal verb. To let something sink in means to understand or realize something, but with a very specific nuance.
Okay.
It happens slowly. It's not an instant click. It's a gradual process where information moves from just being heard to being truly felt or understood.
I always picture a sponge when I hear this, or maybe like really dry earth.
That's the perfect image. I was just about to say that. Imagine a garden that hasn't seen rain in weeks. The soil is hard, it's cracked.
Right.
If you dump a bucket of water on it, the water just sits on top for a second or it just runs off. It takes time for that water to penetrate the surface and go deep. That is what your brain does with shocking news or with complex information. It just takes time to sink in.
So you wouldn't use this for something simple like, I realized I was out of milk.
No, not really.
Yeah.
Not unless the lack of milk was deeply traumatic for you.
Fair.
It's usually reserved for significant realizations. Let's look at 3 scenarios to really paint the picture.
Yeah.
Scenario 1. Imagine you just got a massive promotion at work. You hang up the phone. You aren't celebrating yet. You're just sitting there a little bit stunned.
Right. You just processing.
Exactly. You might say to your colleague, I just heard the news, but I need a moment to let it sink in. The reality hasn't quite caught up yet.
That makes perfect sense.
Okay, scenario 2. A teacher explains a very difficult concept in physics. She looks at the blank faces of the students and decides to stop talking.
I remember that look well.
She says, I'm going to pause here and let that rule sink in before we move on. She's giving their brains time to absorb the information.
Okay, and a third one.
And scenario 3, this one's a bit heavier, but it's a very common use. Dealing with grief or shock. You might hear someone say, it took a few days for the reality of the accident to finally sink in.
It's heavy, but it's very useful.
So, linguistically, what are we looking at here? It's a phrasal verb. The semantic field, or the area of meaning, is cognition or understanding. But specifically, slow cognition.
Right. And synonyms would just be understand?
You could say be understood, but it loses that nuance of time. Register is a pretty good synonym, like the news didn't register at first. But honestly, sink in is much more evocative, more descriptive.
And are there specific collocations, like words that often appear with it?
Definitely. You almost always hear it with the verb let. Let it sink in, or with time phrases like wait for it to sink in, or it took a while to sink in.
Okay, what about the opposite, if something doesn't sink in?
Well, the opposite of the process would be something that is immediately obvious. You get in instantly. But if we're talking about the failure to understand, we might say it went over my head.
Ah, right.
If it goes over your head, it definitely didn't sink in. It just flew right past.
Got it. Okay, that's a great start. Let's move to item number 2. This one is about discipline. Keep your mind on something.
Keep your mind on something. Yes, this is an idiom all about focus and mental discipline. It means to maintain your concentration and not let your thoughts wander away.
It implies a struggle, doesn't it? It feels active.
It does imply a struggle, you're right. You are actively, almost physically, holding your attention in place.
I feel this every time I'm in a long meeting. It feels like a physical act to keep my mind on the slides.
That's the perfect context. It's active, not passive. You're fighting against distraction. Let's look at the examples.
Okay.
Example 1. You're studying in a coffee shop, but it's noisy. You might say to yourself, it was hard to keep my mind on my work because the people next to me were arguing. Example 2, and this is a really important one, is in a safety context. Someone might say, please keep your mind on the road while you are driving.
It means don't text, don't daydream.
Exactly. And example 3, a student in a classroom. She tried to keep her mind on the lecture, but she was too tired and kept drifting off.
Drifting off, that's a nice connection there. The mind is literally wandering away.
Yes. So the concept group here is attention or concentration. Synonyms are pretty straightforward. Focus on, concentrate on, or pay attention to.
And notice the preposition on is consistent across all of those.
Good catch. Yes. You place your focus on the object. The preposition is vital.
And the opposite.
The opposite is to get distracted. Or there's a great phrase, my mind wandered. If your mind wanders, it has left the building. It's no longer on the task.
Okay, item number 3. The source lists these as a pair, which makes sense because they rhyme and they both relate to learning. Pick something up and keep it up.
These are crucial for any student, yeah.
Right.
Let's separate them first, but then see how they connect. First, pick something up.
Right.
In the context of learning, this means to learn something informally, quickly, or naturally. It's the opposite of sitting down and studying from a textbook.
This is how kids learn, right? They don't study grammar, they just pick it up.
Exactly. It implies osmosis, like you're just absorbing it from the environment.
Okay, examples.
Example 1. I didn't take any formal classes. I just picked up a few words of Italian when I visited Rome.
So no effort.
Right. It feels effortless.
Yeah.
Example 2, referring to a skill. She picks up new dance moves very easily. It implies she's a natural learner.
Got it.
And example 3, he picked up the habit of drinking tea in the afternoon from his grandmother. You just acquire it without trying.
And then once you've picked it up, you have to keep it up.
Right. Keep it up means to continue a course of action or to maintain a high standard. It's almost always used in a positive, encouraging way. Example 1. Your boss walks by your desk and sees you working hard. She might say, you are doing great work on this project. Keep it up.
It's encouragement.
Pure encouragement. Example 2. If you keep it up with your daily practice, you will be fluent in no time. It's conditional here if you maintain this effort.
Yeah.
And example 3, a slightly different structure. He started the race fast, but he couldn't keep up the pace. He couldn't maintain the standard.
So pick up is the acquisition and keep it up is the maintenance.
Precisely. They both are phrasal verbs. Common collocations for the first one are pick up a skill, pick up a language, pick up a bad habit.
Oh, that's a good one.
And for the second one, it's often used as a command or a piece of encouragement. Keep it up, or keep up the good work.
And the opposites.
For pick up, the opposite might be to struggle to learn or fail to grasp something. For keep it up, the opposite is pretty clear. To give up, quit, or to drop the habit.
Okay, let's unpack number 4. This is one of those idioms that is quite graphic if you think about the history. Rack your brain.
Oh, it is graphic. To rack your brain means to think very, very hard. You are struggling intensely to remember something or to find a solution to a difficult problem.
And the rack we're talking about isn't a spice rack in the kitchen.
No, not at all. The rack was a medieval torture device. It was used to stretch the human body until joints dislocated. It's a gruesome image.
Wow.
So when you say you are racking your brain, you are metaphorically stretching your mind to its absolute limit to find that piece of information.
Yeah. That imagery actually helps me understand the intensity of it. It's not just thinking, it's straining.
Correct. It involves effort and usually a bit of frustration. Let's look at 3 examples.
Please?
Example 1. You run into an old classmate at the supermarket, but can't remember their name. You might say later, I racked my brain, but I just couldn't remember what she was called.
I do this all the time.
Example 2. The team racked their brains all night trying to figure out the password to the account. Intense collaborative effort.
Mm-hmm.
And example 3. This one's a piece of advice. Don't rack your brain too much. Sometimes the answer will come to you when you relax.
So the semantic field is mental effort, or maybe mental strain.
Yes, exactly. Synonyms would be think hard, strain your memory, or ponder deeply.
And the opposite.
The opposite is when something comes to mind easily, or if you have effortless recall. If the answer just pops into your head, the rack was not required.
No torture necessary. Got it. Item number 5. This is a staple of the business world, isn't it? Come back to.
It is the bread and butter of meeting facilitators everywhere.
Right.
Come back to is a phrasal verb that means to return to a topic, a point, or a subject later on. It's a tool for organizing a conversation. You aren't dismissing the topic, you are just rescheduling it.
It's a polite way of saying, let's not talk about that now, right?
Sometimes, yes. It manages the flow of a meeting.
Okay, let's hear some examples.
Example 1, classic meeting scenario.
That's a very interesting point, Dave, but let's come back to it after we finish the budget review.
The parking lot for ideas.
Precisely. Example 2, in a regular conversation. I want to come back to what you said earlier about the timeline. I think it's important.
So you're flagging it for later.
Yes. And example 3, for decision-making. This is a big choice. Can we come back to this decision tomorrow when we have more data?
The preposition to seems non-negotiable here. Come back to.
It is. You come back to the point. Collocations are usually procedural. Let's come back to this. Or the very trendy corporate phrase, let's circle back to this.
Oh, circle back, yes. They mean the same thing. The opposite would be to deal with immediately or settle it now. If you finalize it, you never need to come back to it.
Okay, let's take a quick breath. That's the first 5. We are warming up.
We are.
Item number 6 describes a feeling that drives me absolutely crazy. On the tip of my tongue.
We have all been there.
Huh.
On the tip of my tongue is an idiom used when you know a word, a name, or a fact, but you just cannot recall it instantly.
It's a physical feeling. It's so annoying.
It is. You can feel the shape of the word in your mouth. You might know the first letter, but the brain just won't release it. It's stuck.
So what's the semantic field here? Memory.
Memory, yes, but specifically failed recall or temporary memory block.
Okay, let's get some examples.
Example 1. You're watching a movie. I know that actor's name. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. He was in that other movie about.
Yes, the frustration is real.
Example 2. A quiz show.
Yeah?
The answer was on the tip of her tongue, but the buzzer rang before she could say it.
The worst.
And example 3, a very common one. What is that song called? It's on the tip of my tongue. Dot, 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 dum.
Is there a more formal synonym for this?
Not really an idiom, no. You could say, it escapes me for the moment, or maybe I'm drawing a blank.
Is that the same thing?
It's similar, but drawing a blank often implies you have no idea. Tip of my tongue implies you are 99% there, which is what makes it so frustrating.
Right, and the opposite.
The opposite would be total recall, or having something fresh in your mind, or when it comes to you in a flash.
Okay. Item number 7. This connects to listening or, well, the failure to listen. Goes in one ear and out the other.
This is a classic parent-to-child idiom. It means hearing something but completely ignoring it, or forgetting it immediately.
The imagery is so clear.
It is. The head is just an empty tunnel. The information travels straight through without stopping to, touch the brain.
And it's usually a criticism, right? You wouldn't say this about yourself proudly.
Usually not. It implies a lack of retention or a lack of care.
Okay. Examples.
Example 1, the classic. I've told my son to clean his room 5 times, but it just goes in one ear and out the other.
I feel that one.
Example 2. When the boss talks about the new safety regulations, I worry it goes in one ear and out the other for most of the staff.
Right. They hear it, but they don't listen.
Exactly. And example 3, as a piece of advice to a friend, don't let what I'm about to say go in one ear and out the other. This is actually important.
So synonyms would be things like ignore, disregard, or tune out.
Yes, tune out is a great one. The opposite is to take to heart. When you take something to heart, it doesn't go out the other ear, it stays inside.
Or just simply retain or listen carefully.
Right.
Okay, let's look at item number 8. Get on top of something.
This is a very positive, very productive phrasal idiom.
Sure.
To get on top of something means to gain control over a situation or to manage a workload effectively.
I like the spatial metaphor. The work is no longer on top of you.
Exactly. Before, the work was a huge pile on top of you. You were buried. Now, you have climbed out and you're standing on top of the pile. you are in control.
It feels empowering just to say it.
It is. Let's do some examples.
Mhm.
Example 1. I need to stay late at the office tonight to get on top of my emails. It implies there are too many, and I need to conquer them.
I need to do that every night.
Example 2. Once we hired a new assistant, we were finally able to get on top of the filing.
Okay.
And a financial context is very common for this one. Example 3. He is really struggling to get on top of her debt.
So we mostly use this for tasks and burdens, work, chores, that sort of thing.
Yes. Work, debt, chores, responsibilities. Synonyms are manage, handle, master, or, as you said earlier, conquer.
And the opposite.
The opposite is very vivid. To fall behind, to be overwhelmed, or a great idiom, to be snowed under. If you're snowed under with work, you are definitely not on top of it.
Okay, item number 9. We're talking about routines now. Get into the habit.
This is about the starting line of a new behavior. To get into the habit means to begin a regular practice. It implies a transition. You weren't doing it before, but now you're entering this new mode of being.
Is there a specific grammar point here that's important?
Yes, and it's a very common mistake for learners to get wrong. We almost always use the preposition of, followed by the gerund, the verb's inging form, get into the habit of doing something.
Right, not get into the habit to do.
Never. Let's do the examples. Example 1. I'm trying to get into the habit of waking up at 6 a.m.
Good luck.
Example 2. It takes about a month to get into the habit of exercising daily.
Mm-hmm.
And it can also be a negative habit. Example 3. Don't get into the habit of checking your phone right before you go to bed.
That's good advice that I will probably ignore.
The semantic field here is routine or behavior formation. Synonyms would be start a routine or adopt a practice.
And the opposite is pretty straightforward, I guess.
It is. It's to break a habit or to get out of the habit.
Okay, item number 10. Get bogged down.
This brings us back to nature imagery. Do you know what a bog is?
It's like a swamp, right? Wet, muddy, sticky ground you can get stuck in.
Exactly. If you try to walk through a bog, your boots get stuck in the deep mud. You move very slowly. You might even get trapped.
I see where this is going.
So to get bogged down means to become stuck or slowed down, usually by too many details, by bureaucracy, or by difficulties.
So it's about losing momentum because things are too complicated.
Yes, precisely. Example 1, a very common business use. Let's focus on the big picture and try not to get bogged down in the technical details.
Right, don't get stuck in the weeds.
Same idea. Example 2, the project got bogged down by bureaucracy and endless paperwork. The paperwork is the mud.
Okay.
And example 3, he got bogged down in a long, pointless argument with his colleague and missed his train.
So synonyms would be things like stalled, hindered, or weighed down.
Yes, encumbered is a more formal one.
Mm-hmm.
And the opposite describes smooth, easy movement to breeze through, make smooth progress, or to streamline something.
We are 1/3 of the way through. You're doing a great job of keeping us on track and not getting bogged down.
I see what you did there.
Let's look at item 11. Work something out.
Work something out. This is an incredibly versatile phrasal verb. It has a few related meanings. It can mean to solve a problem, to calculate an answer, or to resolve a disagreement.
The key word seems to be work. It's not instant.
Exactly. It implies that the answer isn't obvious. You have to process it. You have to do some work to find the solution. It feels constructive, like you're building the answer.
Okay, let's see the different contexts.
Right. Example 1 is calculation. I can't work out the answer to this math problem.
Yeah.
Here, it literally means calculate.
Mm-hmm.
Example 2 is planning. We need to sit down and work out a plan for the holiday logistics. Here, it means to devise or create.
Got it.
And example 3 is about relationships. They had a big fight, but I think they can work it out. Here means to resolve conflict.
That third one is really common in movies. We can work it out.
Exactly. It's a message of hope. So synonyms include solve, resolve, figure out, or calculate.
And the opposite.
To complicate matters, or perhaps to give up on finding a solution.
Okay, item 12. Come up.
This is a phrasal verb that often trips up learners because it is passive. To come up means that something happens unexpectedly or is mentioned in conversation.
So the event is the subject, not the person.
Precisely. You don't come it up. It just comes up by itself.
And this is the classic excuse for canceling plans.
It is the #1 excuse.
Right.
Example 1, I'm so sorry I can't meet you for lunch. Something came up at work. It implies it was an emergency, out of your control.
Very useful.
Example 2, your name came up in the meeting yesterday. This means someone mentioned you. You were a topic of discussion.
Okay.
And example 3, we don't have a plan for that specific problem yet. We will deal with issues as they come up, as they arrive.
So it implies spontaneity or surprise.
Yes. Synonyms might be arise, occur, or be mentioned. The opposite, specifically in the context of plans, would be for things to go according to plan. If everything goes to plan, nothing unexpected comes up.
Makes sense. Item 13, a superstition we use every day. Keep your fingers crossed.
This is a cultural gesture that has become a verbal idiom. To keep your fingers crossed means to hope strongly for good luck or a positive outcome.
And it comes from the physical act, right?
It does. From crossing your middle finger over your index finger, which was thought to ward off bad spirits or bad luck.
Do I have to actually cross my fingers when I say it?
You don't have to, but people often do. Or they might just say fingers crossed as a shorthand.
Okay, examples.
Example 1. I have a big job interview today, so please keep your fingers crossed for me.
It's a request for good vibes.
It is. Example 2. We are keeping our fingers crossed that the rain stops before the wedding.
Okay.
And example 3. I haven't heard back about my application yet, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed for good news.
It's pure optimism.
It is. Synonyms are hope for the best, or maybe pray for a good result. The opposite is interesting. You could say expect the worst.
Or is there another superstition?
Yes, to jinx it. To jinx something means to talk about it too confidently and accidentally cause bad luck to happen. So you cross your fingers to avoid jinxing it.
Okay, item 14. It's not the end of the world.
This is a phrase of comfort, of reassurance, and perspective. We use it to tell someone, or sometimes ourselves, that a situation is bad, yes, but it is not catastrophic. It is survivable.
It's a de-escalation phrase.
Exactly. It puts things in check.
Let's hear it in action.
Example 1. I know you failed the driving test, but it's not the end of the world. You can just take it again next month.
Right. Get some perspective.
Example 2. Oh no, we missed the bus. Well, it's not the end of the world. There's another one in 10 minutes. And example 3. She felt like losing her phone was the end of the world, but after a day, she realized she would be fine.
It's often used when someone is being a bit dramatic, I feel.
Yes. It anchors them back to reality. The opposite perspective would be to say it's a disaster, it's a tragedy, or it's a catastrophe.
Item 15. Get down to something.
This phrasal verb signals a shift in energy. To get down to something means to start doing it seriously, with focus and intent.
It's like, okay, the fun is over, time for the real work.
Exactly. It usually marks the end of playtime or small talk and the beginning of the actual task. It's like rolling up your sleeves.
Okay, examples.
Example 1. Okay, everyone, enough chatting about the weekend. Let's get down to business.
The most famous one.
Absolutely. Example 2. I have a lot of homework to do. I really need to get down to studying.
And a third.
Example 3. Let's skip the introductions and get down to the nitty-gritty.
Nitty-gritty, I love that word. What does it mean exactly?
It means the essential, basic, practical details of a matter. So get down to the nitty-gritty means let's talk about the most important core parts.
So the main collocations are get down to business and get down to work.
Those are the most common, yes. The opposite is to procrastinate, mess around. Or my favorite, to dilly-dally.
We are halfway there. Item 16 is a subtle one. Do your best versus try your best. What's the deal here?
This is a nuance that even advanced learners sometimes miss. And to be honest, native speakers often swap them without thinking.
But there is a difference.
There's a difference in flavor. Both mean putting in maximum effort. However, do your best focuses slightly more on the performance or the action being completed. Try your best focuses more on the attempt, acknowledging the possibility of failure.
So try sounds a bit softer, a bit less certain.
It is. Try implies you might not succeed, but the effort is what counts. Do sounds a bit more confident, more results-oriented.
Let's see some examples to clarify.
Okay. Example 1, focusing on performance. A coach says to a player, don't worry about the score, just go out there and do your best.
Right, perform your best.
Example 2, focusing on the attempt. I will try my best to be there on time, but the traffic is terrible. You are warning them you might fail.
You're managing expectations.
Precisely. And example 3. She did her best to fix the car, but it was too broken. It emphasizes the finality of her best effort.
So they are very close synonyms, but try manages expectations a bit more.
That's a perfect way to put it. A common formal collocation is, to the best of my ability.
And the opposite of doing your best.
To give a half-hearted effort, or a great slang term from American English, to phone it in. If you phone it in, you're just going through the motions with no real effort.
Item 17, the best of luck.
This is a standard polite phrase. It is used to wish someone success. It feels slightly more formal or more significant than just saying good luck.
Significant or final, maybe, like you aren't going to see them for a while.
Yes, that's a great point. It's often used when someone is leaving or starting a new chapter. You probably wouldn't say best of luck for a coin toss. You'd say it for a life event.
Okay, examples.
Example 1, I wish you the best of luck in your new job.
Mm-hmm.
Example 2, we wish the team the best of luck in the finals. And example 3 is a sign-off in an email, the best of luck with your move to London.
Any unusual synonyms here?
Well, in the theater world, they never say good luck because they think it's bad luck. They say break a leg.
Right.
But generally, a good synonym is all the bust. The opposite is simply bad luck or wishing someone ill, which we generally try not to do.
Let's hope not. Item 18, steer clear of or stay clear of.
This uses a nautical metaphor, steering a ship away from dangerous rocks or a storm. To steer clear of someone or something means to avoid them intentionally and carefully.
So it's active avoidance. You are taking measures to stay away.
Yes. You perceive a danger, a problem, or just an annoyance, and you navigate around it.
Examples.
Example 1, you should steer clear of that neighborhood at night. It's known for being a bit dangerous.
That's literal navigation.
It is. Example 2, a health context. I'm trying to stay clear of fried foods to lower my cholesterol.
Mm-hmm.
And example 3, a social context. He steered clear of the boss today because he hadn't finished his report.
I do that. If I haven't done my work, I steer clear of the manager's office.
It's a wise survival strategy. Synonyms would be avoid, evade, or keep away from. The opposite is to seek out, confront, or approach.
Okay. Item 19, keep one eye on something or have one eye on something.
This idiom describes partial attention. You are doing one thing as your main task, but you are monitoring something else simultaneously. You aren't giving it your full focus, just one eye.
This is the definition of modern multitasking, isn't it?
It is, and it's very common in parenting and in cooking.
Oh, definitely.
Example 1, I was chopping vegetables, but I kept one eye on the baby playing in the corner of the room.
Right.
Example 2, keep one eye on the clock so we don't miss our train.
Okay.
And example 3, he was pretending to watch the movie with his family, but he had one eye on his phone the whole time.
Guilty. So the semantic field here is monitoring.
Yes. Synonyms are watch, monitor, or check on. The opposite has two sides. You could ignore it completely, or, on the other side of the spectrum, you could give your undivided attention. If you give undivided attention, both eyes are on it.
Item 20, run out of something.
A crucial phrasal verb for daily survival. To run out of something means to have none left. Your supply is exhausted, it's finished.
It happens with milk, time, and patience.
Those are the big three. You're absolutely right. Example 1, we have run out of milk. Can you go to the store?
A classic.
Example 2, the abstract usage. I think we are running out of time to finish this project.
Mm-hmm.
And example 3, my patience is running out with this slow internet connection.
I notice the preposition of is always there.
Yes, if you name the object, you have exhausted. You ran out of the object. If you don't name the object, you can just say the milk ran out.
Right.
But usually we run out of milk.
Got it. And the opposite.
To have plenty of, be stocked up on, or to have a surplus of something.
Okay, moving into the 20s now. We are doing well. Item 21, stick to something or keep to something.
This is all about adherence and discipline. To stick to something means to follow a plan, a rule, or a promise without deviating.
The image is that you're glued to it.
Exactly. You are glued to the plan. You cannot pull away.
This is the hardest part of any New Year's resolution.
Absolutely. Example 1, it is very hard to stick to a strict diet during the holidays.
Tell me about it.
Example 2, for navigation. Please stick to the main path. The woods are dangerous if you wander off.
Okay.
And example 3, in a meeting. We need to stick to the agenda or this meeting will go on for 3 hours.
So synonyms are adhere to or follow.
Adhere to is a perfect synonym because adhesive is glue. Also, abide by is a more formal option. The opposite is to deviate, stray, wander off, or simply to quit.
Item 22, get stuck on something.
This is related to the word stick, but here it means being unable to proceed. You are blocked. It can be physical, mental, or metaphorical.
Like getting stuck in traffic.
Yes, that's a perfect example of physical entrapment. But it's also used for mental blocks.
Okay.
Example 1, I was late. because I got stuck in a huge traffic jam.
Hmm.
Example 2, I'm stuck on question number 5 on the homework. I don't understand the grammar.
We've all been there.
And example 3, a creative block. The writer got stuck on the ending of the story and couldn't figure out how to finish it.
It can also mean being fixated, right? Like being obsessed with an idea.
Yes, that's a good point. He is stuck on that one idea. Can mean he can't let it go. But usually in a learning context, it means I don't know the answer and I can't move forward.
And the opposite.
To make progress, move on, or breeze through it.
Item 23, miss something out.
This implies an error of omission. To miss something out means to leave it out, usually accidentally. You skipped it when you shouldn't have.
No, I have to ask, is there a difference between miss out and miss out on? Because I think this confuses people.
Huge difference. And you're right, it's a common point of confusion. Miss out on usually means losing an opportunity, like missing out on a great party or a sale. It's related to FOMO, the fear of missing out.
Okay.
But miss something out simply means omitting a detail from a list or a text.
Could you give us examples of miss something out?
Of course. Example 1, you missed out the letter "es" in this word, so it's misspelled.
Just a simple correction.
Exactly. Example 2, when you tell the story, don't miss out the best part about the bear.
Okay.
And example 3, can you please check the guest list to make sure we didn't miss anyone out?
That distinction is vital. Miss out on is emotional, it's about regret. Miss out is just a factual mistake.
Correct. Synonyms for miss out are omit, skip, or overlook. The opposite is to include, add, or mention.
Item 24, be better off doing something.
This is a phrase used for giving advice, making a comparison, or talking about hypothetical situations. It means you would be in a more advantageous or positive position if you did X instead of Y.
It's a gentle way of giving advice.
It is. Instead of saying, you must do this, you say, you'd be better off doing this. It sounds less bossy.
Examples?
Example 1, you would be better off taking the train. Parking is very expensive in the city. Example 2, honestly, he is better off without that job. It was causing him too much stress.
Right. He's in a better situation now.
Yes. And example 3, we'd be better off saving this money for a rainy day instead of spending it now.
Grammatically, what usually follows it?
Usually a gerund, the verb plus ing if it's an action, better off going. Or a prepositional phrase like better off without something.
And the opposite, logically, is?
To be worse off.
Item 25, in your element.
I love this idiom. To be in your element means to be in a situation where you are entirely comfortable, confident, and skilled.
It sounds so natural.
It comes from the ancient idea of the 4 elements: earth, air, fire, and water. A fish is in its element in water. A bird is in its element in the air.
So it's about a perfect natural fit between a person and a situation.
Yes, it's when you are doing what you were born to do, what you do best.
Okay, let's hear some examples.
Example 1, look at her on the dance floor. She is really in her element on stage. Example 2, put him in a kitchen with a bunch of fresh ingredients, and he is completely in his element.
So it's where they shine.
Exactly. And a negative usage. Example 3, I prefer working alone. At crowded parties, I am not in my element at all.
The semantic field is comfort and skill. The opposite is pretty famous too, isn't it?
It is. The direct opposite is out of your element or out of your depth. And the famous idiom is like a fish out of water.
We are in the home stretch now. 5 to go, item 26. Think on your feet.
This is a highly valued skill in the corporate world, in politics, in any high-pressure job. To think on your feet means to react quickly and effectively without any prior preparation.
It implies pressure, right? You don't have time to sit down and Google the answer.
No, the pressure is on. You are standing up, ready to move, not sitting down and pondering slowly.
Okay, examples.
Example 1. The interviewer asked a really tricky question, but she thought on her feet and gave a brilliant answer.
Impressive.
Example 2. In a crisis, you need a leader who can think on their feet and make decisions quickly.
Absolutely.
And example 3, I'm not very good at thinking on my feet. I usually need time to prepare my thoughts before a presentation.
So what are the synonyms for this?
Improvise, be quick-witted, or react quickly. The opposite is to freeze up, draw blank, or to need preparation time.
Item 27, this is another pair. Go far, versus way far away.
Right, we have two very different meanings here based entirely on context.
Let's break them down first. Go far.
Go far is metaphorical.
Mm.
It means to achieve great success in your life or in your career.
And way far away.
This is about literal distance, but it uses the word way as an intensifier to mean very.
Is way slang or just informal?
It's informal, certainly very common in American English. Way just means very or a lot.
Okay, can we get some examples for go far, the success one first?
Of course. Example 1. She is so talented and hardworking. I know she will go far in the music industry.
Okay.
And example 2. The professor told him, if you continue to work like this, you can go far.
Got it. Now for way far away.
Right, the distance one, example 3, is the train station close to here? No, it's way far away. You'll need to take a taxi.
So way far just means really, really far.
That's all it is. So the synonyms for go far are succeed, advance, or prosper. The synonyms for way far away are remote, distant, or miles away.
And the opposite.
For the first one, fail, or stay put. For the second, close, nearby, or just around the corner.
Item 28, sit back.
This is a phrasal verb with two different vibes. To sit back literally means to lean against the back of your chair. Metaphorically, it means to stop taking action and just observe.
And this can be good or bad.
It depends on the context entirely. Yes, it can be good, meaning to relax, or it can be bad, meaning to be passive or lazy.
Examples will help.
Example 1, the good relaxing one. After a long week at work, it's nice to just sit back and watch a movie.
Definitely.
Example 2, the bad passive one. You can't just sit back and wait for a job to find you. You have to be proactive.
So it's a criticism there.
Yes. And example 3 is also a criticism. He just sat back and let his team do all the work.
In common collocations.
Sit back and relax, sit back and enjoy the show, or sit back and watch. The opposite is to get involved, intervene, step up, or take action.
Item 29, almost there. Come up with something.
We talked about come up earlier, meaning to happen unexpectedly. But if you add the preposition with, come up with, it changes completely.
And what does become?
It means to produce, create, or find an idea, a plan, a solution, or even money.
It implies creativity or resourcefulness, like you are digging it out of nowhere.
Yes, or just finding something that's needed. Let's do the examples.
Yeah.
Example 1, an idea. We need to come up with a new marketing strategy by Monday.
Yeah.
Example 2, finding funds. He couldn't come up with the money to pay his rent this month.
Yeah.
And example 3, inventing something. She came up with a brilliant excuse for being late to the meeting.
Synonyms are invent, propose, devise, or find.
Exactly. And the opposite is to draw a blank, meaning you have no ideas, or to come up empty-handed.
And finally, item 30, we have reached the end. The final boss, get on.
This is a tricky one to end on because get on is a chameleon. It changes its color depending on the sentence. It has at least 4 distinct common meanings. We need to be careful here.
Okay, let's take them one by one. No rushing now.
Meaning number 1,
Right.
to board a large vehicle. You get in a car, but you get on a bus, a train, a plane, a boat.
Okay.
Meaning number 2, to progress or handle a situation.
Right.
Meaning 3, to age, to become older.
Interesting.
And meaning 4, which is very common in British English, to have a good relationship with someone.
Let's illustrate each one of those.
Let's do it. Example for meaning 1, boarding. Quick, get on the bus before it leaves. The reason is you can stand up and walk on a bus.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Example for meaning 2, progress. Your boss might ask, how are you getting on with your new project? This just means, how is it going?
Right.
Example for meaning 3, aging. My grandfather is getting on a bit now. He's almost 90. It's a polite, gentle way of saying someone is getting old.
Okay.
An example for meaning 4, relationships. I really get on well with my mother-in-law. It means we are friends. We have a good rapport.
That is incredibly versatile.
Very. You have to listen to the context very carefully. Some collocations, get on the train, getting on in years, and for relationships, the phrase, we get on like a house on fire.
Which means you get on very, very well.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
The opposites, depending on the meaning, would be get off a vehicle, fall behind with progress, or to clash with someone in a relationship.
Wow. Okay, take a breath. That was 30 items. We actually did it.
We did. That was a linguistic marathon.
I really hope that didn't feel like a lecture. I hope it felt like a toolkit being opened up for you.
That's the goal. Because language learning isn't just about memorizing lists, even though we just went through a list.
Right.
It's about usage. We just gave you 30 tools. But tools are useless if they just stay in the box.
Right. So, here is our challenge to you listening. Don't try to memorize all 30 of these right now. That will just, well, it'll go in one ear and out the other.
Exactly. Pick just 2 or 3 that really resonated with you. Maybe get bogged down describes your week perfectly. Maybe you need to steer clear of a toxic person.
Hmm.
Take those 2 or 3 phrases and actually use them. Use them in a real conversation or write them in an email or a journal today. Activate them.
And I'm curious, which one of these did you think you knew, but maybe you realized you were using it slightly wrong? For me, the difference between miss out and miss out on is a big one.
It's those little nuances, those tiny distinctions
Yeah.
that really take you from an intermediate to an advanced level of fluency.
Before we go, here's a final thought to chew on. Language isn't just a code you crack, it's a habit you get into. If you stick to the habit of practicing, eventually the fluency will just sink in.
Beautifully put. You managed to use 3 of our idioms in one sentence there.
I tried my best.
Oh,
So our final question to you is, what's the one phrase from today that best describes your current life chapter? Think about it. Thanks for joining us on this Masterclass Deep Dive.
see you next time.
Bye for now.